Well, I was born in Thailand, pretty much in the refugee camp, the second oldest of 14 siblings. We are proud of the war. People call many different ways, but what I understand is we support the United States during the war in Vietnam. So with that being said, certain group of people have to move or else they won't survive. From my parents' perspective, there's no other option. You neither go back and won't survive, or you have to move. And the only option is the United States. That's where the country wants to sponsor and support people to move. It was in 1993 we came to the United States. At that time, I was about 7, 8-year-old. There's about 6 or 7 of us, the siblings. And my mom had to stay home and watch the kids, or watch us pretty much. And my dad worked for a couple of years, but it doesn't work as planned. We have to move. We landed in Minnesota, but we have to move down to California, and that's where everything starts. Up until about high school, the most challenging thing for me is really understand about the culture and the English language. Because at the same time we are living in two worlds, try to learn how the American lifestyle is, and at the same time we have this traditional lifestyle that my parents and grandparents and grandpa and them lived. So they're pulling us in two different directions, so we are a little bit in between. America is a war of freedom. You have a lot of choices, but our parents, they still tied into the world that they grow up in, where there's certain things that they control and demand and things like that. For example, in my case, it happens to be when I grow up, I always have the love to play music, and it's one of the things that they say, well, it's not what you're called for. You should not go into that route. One of my uncle, he lent me a guitar, so I started playing guitar, and after a couple of months, I was able to play a few songs, and then from there, my love for music just continued. I continued playing until in 2008, 2009, and I got recruited to play for my mentor in FFS, Thao. In 2009, I would travel down to Fresno from Chico, and that's like almost 6 hours, 5.5 hour drive down south. After all the shows over, I one day asked Thai and say, hey, I've been coming for so many months and never see you work. How could that be possible? And he just one day said, hey, if you really want to know, maybe next week or so, bring your wife, come down here, and I will share to you the possibility that you and your wife can do something like what I have done. We're still searching, we're still in college. My wife graduated, but I'm like almost there, about a year left. But when we came down, we traveled about almost 6 hours down and to listen to like a 30-minute presentation. All we hear was the opportunity to make some extra income per month. And at that time, we just asked for like another $500 per month while we were still in college. And we just have this feeling that, hey, maybe we can do it. If it's just like that, talking to people, share to them about insurance product, and we can make $400, $500, $600 per month. We just want to take that and try.
We got married very young, 17 and 18 years old. So we were introduced to the opportunity in January of 2010, and then Keng was still in school, and of course school was supposed to be done by June, May and June. Well, in April, he already stopped going to school. I didn't even know, Thai didn't know, his family didn't know. I think he kind of just, and I was so busy with my 2 jobs and doing FFS that I forgot to follow up. I mean, in the morning he's gone, so I thought he would be going to school, but he's actually out prospecting. Comes to graduation day, all the people were going to graduation. His dad was like, well, let's get up and let's go. He's all ready to go. That was the day I found out that Keng, my husband, was not, that he's not graduating, that he hasn't been in school for 2 months. That was when his family was just like, wow, You were supposed to be the first one out of the 14 kids to graduate from college. And, his dad's dream was for him to be a doctor. His dad was like, well, I'm very disappointed. If you're not going to go to school, then there's only two options. Either one, you register the next semester and you finish it off and you graduate and then make me proud. Or two, you just have to pack everything and leave, And he said, we're going to pack our stuff and leave. I was being a good daughter-in-law I'm just like, no, we're going to make mom and dad happy. But he was like, no, there's so much more bigger than a degree out there for us. You become a teacher, I work in medical, we're just gonna make enough, that's all. But he goes, I don't want enough. I want more than that for our family. So we left to the unknown. We left to Sacramento, where I'm originally from, and we kind of just struggled there. There's days where we will sit in our car. We don't have gas money or anything like that, and we will eat we will order off of dollar menus, just to survive. Even with all that struggle, we still have strong belief in the business. We've seen people made it, and from there we have to live in our car. Our credit score was so bad, we couldn't even get an apartment for months. We applied everywhere around town, and we look at each other and we're like, we're not bad people, but we just can't even get an apartment. We had to send our kids back, and they had to go live with our in-laws for a bit back home while we go and try to apply. And when we finally found a place, it was so broken down. It was not even the best apartment, but it was okay to live in. We turned that apartment into our office. We turned it into our hotel for our team. We turned it into our family, into our little family stay as well. And at the time, we didn't have anything to do our BOP, right? So talking about doing a BOP at a professional office, we did it at our professional broken down apartment. And we had, Ty gave us a projector at the time, and we were projected to our wall, our white wall, and we will borrow the folding chairs from my dad and lay them, about 6 chairs, into the small little living room, and we will have our team invite guests over. We did the BOP there, and then from there, after the guests leave, we will fold up all the chairs, put it away, and then at night, because we have team coming from Chico's, that's our original base, they will come sleep at our house to do business. So at night, we would put all the chairs away, take all the blankets and pillows out, and that's where they would sleep too. We kept strong to our belief of the business, and today our office is right across the street from our apartment that we were at. We moved ourselves back to the area to remind us where we came from.
I truly believe that what we do matters. The idea of just wanting to come in here and make a couple $100 to a couple $1,000, now it's not about making the money anymore. The goal is we just need to go out there and do more impact in our community. More than money, more than anything else, the people around us will have peace of mind, and the people that we touch and their family too.